I'm going to start up here, okay? All right, so here we have the glands of the brain, starting with the pineal gland right here, which produces melatonin. And then moving forward, we have the hypothalamus, which produces oxytocin and ADH and regulatory hormones releasing and inhibiting. Below the hypothalamus is the pituitary gland, better seen over here. This is the enlargement of it. So you have an anterior portion and a posterior portion. Posterior stores oxytocin, ADH. Anterior portion produces TSH, prolactin, melanocyte stimulating hormone, FSH, LH, growth hormone, and adrenal corticotropic hormone. Over here, you have the thyroid gland, which produces T3 and T4, and around the follicle, you have parafollicular cells that produce calcitonin. On the back side of the thyroid gland here, you can see these 4 nodules, which produce PTH. PTH increases your blood calcium level. And over here you have the heart. You have the top part, which is the atrium. The bottom part is the ventricle. The heart produces ANP, atrial natriuretic peptide, and BNP, brain natriuretic peptide, which lowers the amount of sodium recovery. You lose water, and it restores blood pressure back to normal. Over here you have the adrenal gland, capsule, cortex, and medulla. The cortex has 3 layers: zona glomerulosa, zona fasciculata, zona reticularis, and it produces a class of hormones in the same order: mineralocorticoids, glucocorticoids, androgens. And an example of the hormones in the same order would be aldosterone, cortisol, and testosterone and estrogen. In the center, the medulla, you have a class of hormones called catecholamines, including epinephrine and norepinephrine. The kidney, also having a capsule, cortex, and medulla, produces EPO, erythropoietin, stimulates the bone marrow to produce red blood cells. It produces calcitriol, which stimulates the uptake of calcium from dietary sources, and renin, which is part of the renin-angiotensin pathway. In the end, activating the adrenal cortex to produce aldosterone for sodium recovery, water retention, restoring blood pressure back to normal. Here you have the pancreas, which has alpha and beta cells. Alpha cells produce glucagon, raising your blood sugar. Beta cells produce insulin, lowering your blood sugar. And over here you have the testes producing testosterone, and the ovaries producing estrogen and progesterone. That was terrific.